and I'm not saying this to just be cruel, but this is literally what I know. It sounds cliche, but this is the price of freedom. It's throughout human history. Freedom is paved by blood. Like you guys, I feel like everybody should know that. But now you want
That's
any,
very
you want
true.
no freedom is not. Guys, we didn't. A lot of these countries, independence, whatever it is, they did not get. Cuba did not, like when he said Castro invaded Cuba. He did not get this new government through peaceful means. It was
Right.
by blood, and you're gonna reverse it by blood as well. So the deaths are gonna keep happening. If you guys want this to happen, that's just a fact of life. So,
Episode 10. Not gonna lie,
guys,
today we're gonna hit some pretty cool topics, some pretty serious topics
hold
that
on,
we
hold
have
on,
to talk about.
Hold on, Danny. What's going on?
I mean, I'm just giving them like a heads up,
We
man.
can't just like pretend we're not on episode 10. We hit double digits, guys. Thank you, guys.
They start
thank
clapping.
you for the support. And thank you. That was a terrible clap, by the way. But thank you for the support. We appreciate you guys. Double digits. Can't wait.
We really
but yeah,
do. Every
go
single
ahead.
one of you that has liked, subscribed, commented. Oh, it's gonna be the question of the day, by the way.
Oh, question of the day.
So, question of the day will be:
Oh, you want me to do it? Because I have a
I'll-
good one.
you have a good one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your favorite beverage and why?
Beverage?
Yeah, beverage.
Okay. Can I
Yeah,
say
what's your- go
mine?
ahead.
Which is mine?
Why would I know?
Water.
Oh, well, I should have guessed that.
I want to be sponsored by water.
My favorite beverage is actually something I just found out that existed,
Really?
and I didn't know what it was.
What is it?
It is called cucumber. It is at the Cheese's factory. It is called cucumber limeade lemonade, and it's literally just water, cucumber, but with a little bit of salt and sugar. It's actually really good.
You know what Crystal would love to get at Starbucks? I guess like one of those like mystery drinks, water with strawberries. Just straight up water and strawberries.
that actually sounds delicious though.
Yeah, she always gets it.
That actually sounds really good. I'm not gonna lie to you.
So what's up, Jack? You know the drill. How was your week, my friend?
Honestly, bro, my week's been like I texted you. It's been extremely busy just because there's a lot of life changing decisions that I'll be making.
Oh, do you want to talk about it or no?
More personal things that
Right.
I do not want to. I don't know
Gotcha.
if I want to, ever.
Dude,
bring
there's
it
no
up, but-
personal boundaries here. You gotta give your life to the internet.
Damn, bro, might as well leave right now. No, but just a lot of life change decisions. But aside from that, I've been good. Something positive happened to me this week. I'm losing weight because
That's
I
good.
started. I told Danny off camera. I am starting this keto diet thing.
That's awesome.
And guys,
Really
it is
proud of
actually
you, man.
really it's harder. It's really hard at the beginning, but guys, if you go through with it, like my clothes look so. Even Danny knows my clothes look so
Nah,
big
you
on
do,
me.
you
So,
do.
it's awesome. So I feel like.
Jack's
So I
looking
want to see what it looks like a month in. So I'm in.
That's
I'm excited.
awesome.
Thank you.
I feel like when we get to that 3-month mark with minimal cheating and just at the 3-month mark, you really create like a habit of it,
Okay, yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
like 90 days.
Yeah, awesome. What about you, Danny? How was your week? Anything new? Anything amazing?
My week was good, dude. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm not really feeling it that much.
Wow,
I've
that's
been,
crazy.
I don't know.
Why is that?
Personal reasons.
Hey man, we all
But
have
everything's
a,
good.
We
We're
have our
here.
things
We're
to do.
living. We're happy. That's all that matters at the end of the day.
Right.
But I'm good. I'm feeling good. Nothing too bad. Oh, I've been watching Narcos.
Right.
It's so good.
How is it, bro?
It's so good.
Narcos. Okay.
gotta watch
know,
it.
You know what's funny? You wanna know what's funny, guys? Danny's been like the third or fourth person who was telling me to watch Narcos, and I've been since season 1. My friend every time, bro, watch Narcos. Like, bro, I don't.
You
like, I don't
have
like. I
to.
never liked drug shows, but hold on. I finally saw a sneak peek. I watched like the first 2 episodes. I was like, you know what? This is amazing.
Amazing.
But I stopped watching. I don't know why, but I was like, this is actually really good.
Really good.
Yeah, really
I
good.
haven't watched a show since Cristobal and I watched The 100.
That's a good show. by the
Amazing.
way.
Did you watch it?
No, I didn't watch it, but I know about it. It's a great
Bro,
show.
what have you watched?
I actually watched a lot of shows. I've been watching a lot of the Marvel TV shows. Loki.
Wait, so what's your favorite like show?
Oh, that's just gonna throw me on the spot like that, bro.
Yes,
That's-
yes, I am.
Live action or cartoon can be anything.
Please, not cartoons.
No
Just like a
cartoon.
real life show.
Real live action show. Then my favorite live action show would definitely be. Honestly, bro, I really
Honestly,
no.
bro, I've never watched anything.
Nah, cause I've actually watched a lot of shows, bro. Like, I can't think in the back of my head something, but the most recent show I really, really, really liked, I really loved the heck out of, was Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Plus.
Really?
It was actually really good.
Wait, didn't you tell me you also liked Arrow?
Arrow was really good until they got to like season 2. That shit was terrible. I was like, I stopped
Really?
watching it. It was really bad.
Yeah, because I remember it was a one-season show.
Yeah,
It should have stayed one season.
He was like, you know, but the first 2 seasons are great, and after that it was bad. Yeah, but I watched a lot of shows, but that's probably as of right now, like recently, I really like that show.
All right, I'm gonna say my top 3 shows right now. Top of the list.
Oh, top 3. I'll go after you. That's cool. I'll do top 3.
Top of the list. There's a very special show to me in Cristobal, but I love it. Lost.
That's a good show.
Such a good
Saw
show.
the first season.
Lost. Number 2, I would have to say Criminal Minds.
Yo, Shanika loves Criminal Minds.
We
bro.
love
She
watching it.
loves
Oh,
Criminal
man.
Minds. Bro, you just made
And
her
number
day.
3. Oh wait, hold on, dude. There's so many good shows.
There's at least you know what I'm saying. There's a lot. It's hard.
I really want to put Narcos in number 3, but
You just
especially
started, though.
because
give it some time still. You never
Well,
know.
I'm
You might
almost
disappoint. Okay. Well, damn, Danny.
here's the thing. I really love Narcos, Prison Break, and Breaking Bad.
So you just love.
So
like,
I don't
these-
know which one of the 3 can go in the number 3 spot.
I got you. So anyone can go in.
Any one of those 3.
Okay. For me, I would definitely put So first, you know, there's a show I just watched not so long ago. It's called Shadow and Bone. It's on Netflix. Actually, a really good show. It's getting a season 2. I'll put that
What is it about? Like a quick overview.
quick overview. Shadow and Bone is. Have you ever watched The Witcher? Have you ever played the game The Witcher?
I've seen someone play The Witcher.
All right, so real quick synopsis. Basically, Shadow and Bone is a world where think of a dystopian London in like the late 1800s to early 1900s with guns and scientific things, but also with magic and shadowy stuff like that. It's actually really good. I actually like that one, but I don't know why I brought that up because it's not in my top 3. But my top number 1 is Altered Carbon. Danny knows about that show. I can tell him about Altered Carbon. He's one of my
you did.
best fair shows ever. Number 2, Castlevania. Guys, please.
Wait, what is it called? I'm gonna look it up right now.
Castlevania is on Netflix. Castlevania is one of the best animated shows ever. Like, they are incredible, guys. Please do
Castle what?
Castlevania. It's on Netflix.
Castlevania.
Look at the reviews for it. It's actually really dope. It's actually
Dude, it's
really
got a
good.
3 out of 10.
That's a lie.
And a 2% Rotten
That's
Tomatoes.
a lie.
I'm just kidding.
That's a lie. And then number 3, bro. What would I put for number 3? Damn, Dan, that's hard. You know, number 3 could go between 2 shows: Falcon and Winter Soldier. Oh my God, I'm blanking on the name. Raising Dion, and that's also on Netflix.
Are all these animated shows?
No.
Oh,
The
okay.
only animated show there is Castlevania. That's
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah, and then Raising Dion, and then if you guys don't know about it, it's a really good one. And then my spy espionage show, Jack Ryan on Prime Video. It's really good. Jack
Yeah.
Ryan, look it up. It's really great. Yeah,
No, that's good. That's good.
that's good.
Uh,
Do you like spy espionage type of shows?
I used to love it when I was little back in Cuba.
Okay. Do you know
My sister loved Sherlock Holmes.
Dude, did you watch the one with Benedict Cumberbatch?
I don't remember. I haven't watched it in
No,
forever.
but it's a new. It came out 2019. You should watch it. It's really good as well.
And I remember back in the computer, we used to have a computer in Cuba. We were very fortunate.
Yeah.
But I used to play this game where it was like a screen, and I think it was like a Sherlock Holmes type of game where you had to gather clues
Oh, that's cool.
and find out the mystery. Dude, we used to play that
I was
all
way too
day,
dumb for
bro.
those type
It
of
was
games.
super fun.
You know, I never played those type of games. I didn't have the patience to sit there and figure out clues.
We
like,
just sit there for hours.
No, I'm dead. That's
4
funny.
hours.
But can I give you a quick synopsis on Jack Ryan? It's like 30 seconds.
All right, I'm gonna put the timer on.
I'm dead. So you know how in the FBI there's like people that sit behind the desk that tell the agents what to do.
Yes.
And then there's actual like field agents that like they actually do the crime, not the crime, but actually go through the missions. They kind of in the fictional world, they kind of took both of those people and put them into one. So now he has the information of a guy behind the desk and also the skill sets of an actual agent. It's actually it's amazing. There are 3 seasons in now. It's really good.
That's super dope.
They went to Cuba in one of the episodes.
Really?
Yeah, to stop World War III.
We're gonna talk about Cuba in a little bit and what's happening over there.
See what I did there?
That was a good idea. But I missed this one.
Yeah.
We'll get back to the next one.
You won't get another one.
LeBron
You're gonna
just
fumble the ball. LeBron just blocked it. Bro.
yo, kind of big news.
Yeah,
I don't know if I wanna say
guys.
it.
Go ahead, bro.
So-
Are you sure you want to say it, bro?
It's not like it's kind of 100% confirmed, but we've talked about it a lot on this podcast, and it's the new Nissan 400Z coming out.
Well, can I say something?
Sure.
This was my first time on your channel, because aside from the video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That video actually did really good too.
Did it really?
Yeah.
That's funny.
But so already the camera's turning off. Jack trying to be all stealthy and stuff. That's what they self-talking. I love when he's like, Siri, set a timer for 12 minutes. Okay, but big news, guys. So the Nissan 400 is coming out. Can you stop? I'm trying to get serious. Come on, man. It's so bad. I hate your camera, man. But okay. So they're gonna have a live unveil of the actual production car in New York, August 17th. If you guys know me, my name is Danny. I go on the internet by Danny Z. My channel consists of Z's and whatnot. Well, Nissan actually told me that I can attend that live unveil on August 17th in New York City. Brooklyn, New York.
Bro, that's hard.
That's amazing.
That's hard.
When I got the email, I was super happy.
Bro, you made it. I just want you to know you finally made it, bro.
Not at all.
No, you made it, bro.
Not at all, dude.
Nah, girls gonna line
What
up
does
for you.
RSVP mean? I heard it was a really important person.
Dad, it's your reservation, bro. Click on it to save your spot. Don't tell me you didn't put your spot in yet. Then he's like, all right, I'm here. Where's your reservation, sir? Wait, I need a reservation.
Wait. There was an RSVP link? What does that even mean?
It's like, sir, you're not RSVP. Yeah, what? I didn't know what he meant, sir.
But yeah, they have a reservation for me. I just gotta confirm that I'm going. So yeah, that's gonna happen. That's something that might really happen. I gotta figure out the trip and whatnot. See what I'm doing with the Z, or if I'm gonna be. I shouldn't be busy that day because that's a pretty huge thing. I mean, that's the first
You shouldn't be
ever
busy.
production. I'm gonna go.
You
I
have
should go,
to.
right?
I think you have to go.
Leave a like on this podcast or rate us 5 stars whenever Jack uploads a new podcast on Apple Podcasts. If you want to see me
You
go.
hear this guy?
Jack's a fraud, bro. My man said, I'm going to call him out right now. My man said a new IG clip every week.
But I did though.
Where's the new one?
You didn't upload? Didn't go through? I'll do it tonight before I start editing this podcast.
Jack's a funny fraud, though.
Oh my god!
What do you do? That's gonna go down. It's gonna be such an epic vlog when they unveil it, and just seeing it in person.
Wow,
It's gonna be
love your
amazing.
Neighbors, by the way, they're awesome.
This is a really messy podcast.
What's
Another
that?
messy podcast.
No, I think this is great. So Danny,
That's super cool.
that's super. No,
Like if I look back, like when I was 16, 17, like the fact that Nissan made me like a reservation to be somewhere
yes,
pretty special.
it's incredible. I'm serious.
Yeah, I'm pretty
awesome.
excited for it. And the fact that I'm saying it here because no one knows, I haven't said it anywhere else. So this is the first time I'm saying it on the internet on the Shift in Motion podcast. Let's
Because
get
you
it.
guys need to tune in, man. Danny's dropping dimes over
I'm
here.
dropping
y'all.
dimes
Tune
left and
in.
right.
Tune
Left and right.
in.
Because I'm a dime maker.
We know what your career is not.
Dude,
going to be.
wait. Let's do a freestyle.
No, I'm not doing a freestyle.
Come on, dude.
Dude, I'm. God, this is terrible.
Man, Jack's boring, bro. Jack, we're sitting down the Shift in Motion podcast.
I'm not a rapper. We're sitting down on some nice sofas. I like the
Oh,
color.
let's talk about the.
Wow, so I'm actually spitting, and you're just gonna disregard, bro. Danny's a fraud, guys. Danny's a fraud.
So usually we have the outside. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh.
Dude, can you stop deep throating the mic, bro? It's not healthy behavior.
Usually we have the podcast set up back there. Well,
Don't change the
our
second.
setup literally went flying.
So I'm driving, right? I get a text message from Danny, and I open it, and what do I see? I just see a video of our thing just flying off. And I told Danny, why would we ever have a podcast outside? He just does it. It doesn't work. Doesn't work. The
It is a
elements are
pretty
terrible.
it is a pretty difficult thing to have a podcast outside. So right now it's mainly gonna be inside here in this nice sofas from the 1700s. They look like. I don't like this couch because I kind of look slouched, but we're gonna fix it.
Well, yours looks slouchy. It's okay. You're just a fraud.
What?
Remember?
No, I don't.
You're a fraud. Cut it out.
I'm a frog, not a fraud.
Okay. Okay.
So do we want to get into the serious topic about my country and what's happening over
Nah,
there?
because I hate serious topics. Because you know I just don't like talking about them.
All
Hell
right.
yeah, we're gonna get into them, bro. Let's do it.
So do you also want to talk about Haiti? Because I've also been seeing a lot of like
To be honest,
SOS Haiti and Cuba.
to be honest with you, bro, the whole Caribbean is just off fucked up right now.
Yeah.
I mean, right now I think we should talk about Cuba because that's what we said we're gonna talk about. Because I wasn't
Right.
really prepared to
Okay,
talk about.
so I did decent amount of research. I'm not gonna get
he means
too
one
deep.
video, by the way.
Don't do that. Don't do that like last time. So, Jack, we're gonna get into a serious topic. This is why we only have 300 subscribers.
Bro, we have two. They left the other two.
All the others are bots.
We bought them off China.
Okay. All right, no, but on a serious note.
On a serious note, though, guys.
If you guys do not know, I am Cuban. I was born in Cuba. I lived there. I have family there. I came to this country when I was 9 years old. Similar to Jack, you came from Haiti when you were 9.
8.
Or 8, even younger than me. But either way, right now in Cuba, if you're on the internet at all, you're seeing a lot of SOS Cuba. You're seeing a lot of riots. You're seeing a lot of protests. I feel like the world right now is actually seeing what's happening in Cuba. I feel like back then there was like a wall. Like people knew, but they didn't really know. And they still don't know what really goes down in that country. Basically, what's happening is the people of the country are tired of communism, socialism, and just the Castros that have been in the power of that country for the past 60 plus years. Everybody's saying yes, Diaz-Canel, but they don't realize that a president is kind of like a puppet that is set in front to the public so the public can attack them. Yes, they do have some slight of power, but the main problem is Castro's and the government that has been behind this idea of.
Well, no, I'm gonna let you finish. But to better bring the point home of what you're trying to say, a president is somebody that gets put into a system. Like you said, the Castros already had made a system for 60 years. All he is just another gear in that system that gets to either add but he doesn't get to change the system. He could try, but that's not gonna work out. But
Bro,
he's just a gear that gets added to already made system of like 60 plus years. But go ahead though.
And yeah, thanks to that government being the way it is. Well, let's take it back a little bit.
Yeah,
so, in the 1960s, early 1960s, John F. Kennedy made this made this law with Cuba, which is the embargo deal, which basically, I'm gonna look it up right now so I can say it perfectly how it is on here.
While you do that, I just want to give a quick background for you guys that don't know, who did pay attention to history. What Danny's talking about was cause and effect of basically the Cuban Missile Crisis,
right?
And Cold War with them, the whole war between them and Russia, and of course Russia being communist, Cuba being communist. They kind of like had a mutual
they created a partnership.
Exactly, essentially.
Back
not a sturdy partnership, but enough to
and then Russia sent Cuba some missiles.
Exactly,
and that's where
the Cuban.
And then I read that Cuba actually did shut down a couple airplanes, U.S. airplanes, and that's when Kennedy kind of said, "Okay, I'm done," and he created the embargo law against Cuba, which prevents American businesses and businesses with commercial activities in the United States from conducting trade with Cuban interests.
There you go.
And the reason why I'm talking about
say that in a like lamest terms so we understand. Like,
so basically, let's say me and Jack are mad at each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, Jack, you can never. Let's say I sell everything that's needed, and I told Jack, I'm pissed at you. You cannot have anything from my house.
There you go.
Or that is associated with me.
Simple as
that. That's a good simple way to put it.
Yeah, go ahead.
And basically, why I'm talking about the embargo law is because a lot of people are blaming the embargo law, which is true.
No, you can say like where the controversy comes from, who's saying it. I think that's what matters the most, is who's saying it.
Hold on.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
So a lot of people, a lot of pages on Instagram, which I'm going to get to in a little bit, are basically blaming and saying that Cubans are protesting because of the embargo law. I'm not here to speak for every single Cuban that's going through it right now. We're going to talk about the horror that you're seeing on the internet. But, folks, we're not here protesting over COVID-19 vaccines or over medicine or over the fact that we have an embargo on us when Cuba can still get shipment and medicine
from the rest of
the world.
But do understand though, I don't know if you're gonna touch on it. I just want to get lost before we start talking so they know. We understand where the other party's coming from because of what Cubans are asking the United. Let me not say Cubans. Like that sounds kind of derogatory. With Cuba, let me say that.
Well, not Cuba. I would say Cubans because I feel like Cuba.
It's not just Cuba.
It's more like the government,
general,
and right now the government is trying to govern people that are tired of it, and that's what you're seeing. What you're seeing.
So it's what Cubans are asking the United States to do that people are confused about because of the embargo law. But to get it. But that's where the other side is coming from. But to understand correctly, they're not, like Dennis saying, they're not protesting because of the embargo law. It's just that people are confused. What they're asking the United States to do contradicts with the law that was set since.
Right, and it's perfect. You're seeing that there's this law, and you're seeing people protest. It kind of makes sense.
Right.
But when you live in that country, you know that even if the embargo law is lifted, that type of government doesn't work. They hoard everything. They forget about their citizens. They focus on tourists.
Do you want to get into like the nitty gritty of it all, like what, or do you just want to keep?
I want to give out a fact that I found out the other way.
Of course, go ahead.
You know how much a Cuban? You know how many eggs a Cuban can have a month?
How many?
Guess.
2,
4. Which you said less. A month. I eat 5 eggs in the morning.
That's terrible, dude. That's terrible.
It's, bro, like the way the government is set up. It's so. I saw this meme the other day, and it was like trying to switch the mindset of these people. It's like spraying perfume on a piece of crap and expecting it to smell good. Like that old ideology of like communism and socialism and the government controlling everything. Because the worst thing about Cuba is they don't generate anything. No sugar, no nothing. Because so much of their property is it's owned by the government. There's barely any private property, barely any farms. They don't really do much.
Which is why I always find funny when people say, in a sense, communism, like I get it in theory, communism is supposed to work because you have an entity that's governing people and laws could be made faster.
And here's the thing, though. China is a communist country.
Not fully.
That's what I'm getting at, though. They have this kind of like
weird system where
where a lot of
Russia too.
Yeah.
Russia, because the idea. So I guess Cuba's only like really still full communist.
Why do you think?
Country in
because of the Castros.
Wow, that's really bad.
That's really bad. Jack was about to go on a rant, and his camera turned off. But I just want to say this. I'm not one to get into politics. I just recently let me get this straight. I just recently, to be quite honest with you, learned about all these things that I'm talking about because I see what's happening in the world. It is my country, and I feel like it's my duty. And I want to learn more about it and talk about it. Even if you're not from Cuba, I highly encourage you to, if you feel like you want to talk about it, but you feel like you shouldn't because you're not Cuban, throw all that aside. That doesn't make any sense. If you want to talk about it,
can I give
talk
you
about it, learn about it.
Can I tell you something that I learned? Mr. Granada, if you're ever watching this, you're incredible. But one of the best professors I ever had, he was a sociology teacher, and he said, people that say things like, I don't care about, I don't want to talk about religion, I don't want to talk about politics, I don't want to know about politics, only saying that because their well-being has never been questioned, and all of a sudden you care. Why? Because you're people.
Exactly.
Or you care. You have a sense of nationalism. You have a sense of like pride, and that's the same thing. You don't realize a lot of the times when you say things like, "Oh, I don't care about religion." Well, no one's ever questioned. Nobody's ever made you feel less than you are. And that's what he said. He's like, the more somebody questions your ideologies, you start asking these questions about religion, about politics, because your well-being is in effect. So that's pretty much what you're talking about right now.
Right.
For the first time in your life, you're like, okay, my people, I'm seeing it now, and I need to care, which is there's nothing wrong with that. We all need a wake-up call.
Yeah.
For real.
And I kind of forgot my train of thought, but I just want to talk about what's happening. Like, now that
So,
I
you
hope...
can talk about what's going on. Like,
Right, I hope that everybody has a grasp now of what's going on, of why people are really protesting. They're basically tired of the government and basically the embargo law. It's kind of... I don't know.
So the way we should tackle, in my opinion, the way we should tackle this is understanding what is being asked right now, right? So
let's talk about that. Let's talk about that.
Here's the thing, right? Like me and Denny.
Can I start off and then
go ahead.
Because we had a slight conversation before, and I was like, we gotta stop.
Yeah.
And we have to talk about this in the podcast. So basically, Cuba or people of Cuba, even here in the U.S., they want help. Like they need help. They need help from the U.S. to intervene and help. I guess you could say take down the government. I feel like that's the only way that this is gonna work, or just kind of put the government in a corner where they start fleeing. I guess you could say.
Because they're not.
But then I'm such a I guess you could say rational thinker, where it's like, let's say Cuban people take down the government. What happens next? Who's gonna be the new government?
A vacuum of power. Whenever you topple, basically not economize, but like kind of government. Whenever you take down a structure of power, there becomes a vacuum, and others try to take that vacuum and like a power vacuum and try to instill their own laws. So it's gonna be chaos for sure, 100%.
And that's what Fidel Castro first did, I believe in. I'm gonna look up the date right now because I have it here written down. In 1959, he invaded Cuba, and then took down the government that there was, and then created this whole communist government.
Correct. Yeah. So, all right, guys. So basically, Denny, if you want to.
Right. So they want the U.S. to intervene.
Yeah, with the U.S.
And we were talking about this, and there has been. Well, you can continue.
And for you guys that kind of know anything about like the political landscape, is that like that's why I mentioned earlier with the Cold War and the Cuban Missile Crisis. The reason the embargo was there is because America is like, I guess, the beacon of freedom, right? Free trade, I guess you could call it. What's the right word? Democracy, right? Democracy, whatever form of democracy there is now. I don't want to get into that because there's a lot of debate about that too. But what I'm trying to say is the term democracy, the freedom that we talk about, right? That's what United States represents. The Cuban people no longer want the Fidel Castro style of communism, and they're asking us for help because they're asking the United States for help because that's what the United States has represented. They're like the symbolism of freedom, right? The whole thing, America, right? But here's the issue. Cuba has a partnership with Russia, which is friends with China. So if we were to intervene, if the United States were to intervene in this problem, you might as well call it a declaration of war. And you're potentially, and then if you take a step back and look at the ramifications of it, the United States have allies, right? They have, they have the Union, like the European, I forgot the name, but like they're allies essentially, right? And now essentially you're talking about World War III, right? Because they intervene. And I guarantee you, in the eyes of Russia, in their supporters like China and the other communist countries, they're gonna look at it as a declaration of war because you cannot step foot into that country. You already signed an embargo. They signed an embargo, and you're trying to change their way of life. While China in Russia, they're communists. They do not want Cuba to stop being a communist country. That is the issue. That's why. That's why United States cannot intervene. You see what I'm like? That's the issue. That's the impasse that we're at. That's why we cannot do. That's why United States cannot do what you're asking them to do. And that's the biggest issue because now it's more than just you're being oppressed. Now you're asking a global, like you're risking global warfare.
What do you think the solution here is?
You're asking honestly, bro. There is a solution. There's no way
Because
Cuba does not become
I feel
stops
like
being
this
a
is
communist
the
country without
time.
war. Seriously, there's no way.
Although that's very true, I feel like this is the time, and we have so much momentum and eyes from the world. Finally, people have been protest. People, this is the first time there's an actual, like, what would you say, like countrywide protest
Yeah, I guess so. What the world
Ever.
can see what's going on. Yeah.
ever.
But here's
It has been under government control and communism for over 60 years.
but
and
then
that's
then
it.
Here's a question though. Let's just say you do have the momentum. You do have the momentum, but here's the problem. Russia and China are the one of the biggest countries in the world.
That's
with
true. And
military
now you
power.
really don't want to get into
Th-
war because you have
these. They're not
atomic
like,
bombs.
right?
you got
That's
probably
the
some.
issue.
There's gonna be a whole new form of
it's
warfare with like
serious.
technology and the
Right,
internet.
It's serious.
I
You don't
know, and I
wanna-
get that, and I absolutely get that. Well, nobody wants a war,
Nobody wants a war. Believe me. That's
so
the
that's
last
why
thing
it's
we
such a
want right now.
tricky thing, man. But when you see
Can I ask you a question though? Because see, like, can I ask you a question? What if would the Cuban people be okay with it not being a full communist? Because remember, China and Russia, they're not full communists as like communism used to be. It's a little mixture now. More.
here's the
communist-
thing,
Yeah, more socialism.
they would be okay with a whole new form of government. Like if you still have the same people in there that have been there for the past 60
It's not-
years, nothing's
It's
gonna change.
Correct.
Because they have everything in control. So let's talk about this. They said they're gonna lift. It's not the embargo. A lot of people got this confused. They're not lifting the. They did not say they're lifting the embargo because they can't do that. They were gonna do a thing where until December 1st, where I believe they don't have to pay tax on certain medicine and certain food along those lines to kind of calm everything down.
Okay.
I forgot where I was going with that.
No. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep talking.
I forgot where I was going with that.
What
What were we saying?
you're saying that people think they're gonna lift the embargo, which they're not.
Right, they're not.
They're not. So, which is why people think that the United States was going to intervene. But
No, that's not what I was getting
that's
at.
what we're going.
That's not
oh,
what I
that's
was
we're
getting at.
Okay.
I think I was getting at where they say something's gonna change, but nothing really is gonna change. They're just gonna, they're gonna be like, okay, yes, we'll fix this.
For
A year later, back
right.
to normal.
Because they're just gonna put a Band-Aid on it. It's have a Band-Aid
Right,
on the
like,
issue, on the, like, it's not
Man,
gonna
something
fix anything.
big needs to happen. Something big needs to change because. So I'm gonna get into the horror that's happening over there, but they're getting. I mean, you guys have probably seen it on the internet. People are just getting shot. Like you see people just.
But I mean,
People are
like,
getting shot. People are getting beat. Women are getting beat.
I'm not, guys, and I'm not saying this to just be cruel, but this is literally what I know. It sounds cliche, but this is the price of freedom. It's throughout human history. Freedom is paved by blood. Like you guys, I feel like everybody should know that. But now you want
That's very true.
No, freedom is not, guys. We didn't. A lot of these countries, independence, whatever it is, they did not get. Cuba did not, like when he said Castro invaded Cuba. He did not get this new government through peaceful means. It was
Right.
by blood, and you're gonna reverse it by blood as well. So the deaths are gonna keep happening. If you guys want this to happen, that's just a fact of life. People are gonna have to die. A lot of people are going to die before anything changes, and that's in peace. Like whatever you're trying to achieve when it comes to like changing a style of government, it's not gonna happen through peaceful means. It never has and never will be. There has to be.
That's very
and
true, man. That's very
That's
true.
the sad fact of life. Even the United States, the Civil War, the independence. I mean, literally, it's paved by blood. People died for this. Soldiers keep dying for this. So it's nothing new. Same thing on the other side too. A lot of Chinese people, a lot of Russians died for the type of government. A lot of Chinese died for the type of government that they have. It's just how the fact of life. It's sad, but that's just the truth.
But I'm happy, man. I'm happy that they're finally saying enough is enough.
Yes, 100%.
Because if this kept
You want- you wanna
going
know
on,
my-
I mean,
You want to know my fear? There's been my biggest fear. My fear is just throughout human history, it takes multiple revolts, not just one. So this one might be a failure.
but that's what I was getting at. We have so much momentum
Yeah.
and so many eyes from all around the world where I really believe that if we just keep going, keep staying strong, and just keep protesting, just showing the world that even though we're literally, people over there are hungry, dude.
I know.
Like they're hungry, they have no food, no water,
No
and
water.
they're going
I mean,
through it.
4
Even though
eggs
they're
a-
going
a
through all of
month,
that,
dude, that's terrible, bro.
there's still
hope.
hope, and they're still going through with it.
Yeah.
And that shows a lot of character, a lot of want, a lot of need, and a lot of desperation.
Bro, it just really sucks because it, like I said before, I do not see how this ends anywhere good, bro. There's no
I see that. I 100%
and mainly
see that.
because Russia and China are such fierce. I'm talking about guys. These are not just third world countries. You guys know
These
the
are
power
people
these
that-
countries hold. They're powerful.
Man, China's.
You want to hear a fun fact? Yes, even though the United States is more technologically advanced, in terms of like, military might and like technology wise, Russia still has the most nuclear weapons. Let that sink in. They still have the most amount of nuclear weapons.
Quick question
that's
that.
very scary.
Quick question, actually, that you start off before I go
That's
into my
very
next,
scary.
the next Cuban thing I want to talk about.
Mm,
North Korea.
yes.
Where does that fall to?
Communism. Oh yeah, they're friends.
So I believe they're allies with like
Yeah.
China
See
and
what
whatnot.
I'm saying? It's a global war. You're risking. This is global war. Like quite literally global war.
So next thing I want to talk about, okay. So there's a lot of, not controversy, but there's a lot of hate right now going to the one page on Instagram, Black Lives Matter,
Yes.
because
Right.
just like a lot of the world is doing, Jack, they think that us Cubans are protesting because, yes, we need food, yes, we need vaccines, but that's not why we're protesting.
Right.
Literally
It's
protesting for food, and vaccines and the embargo to be lifted.
Mhm.
It's like that one quote where it's like, teach a man how to fish, set him for life.
Right.
Teach him how to catch one fish.
No, you bring them
Something
in a
like
fish,
that.
You feed them for a day. Teach them how to feed. You teach them how to fish. You feed them for a lifetime.
If you fix the embargo and whatnot,
Yeah.
that's gonna be good for a little bit. Everything's gonna go back to normal if
Yeah.
the government doesn't take everything sooner than later.
I think
You fix the actual problem with
Yeah.
the government.
Mhm.
You fix it for life. You know.
Yeah, the best way to put this, and I agree 100%. The best way to put this, the food, the vaccine, all that, the embargo, those are symptoms. That's not the disease, though. The disease
Great.
is the government.
Facts.
For example, cancer, it might cause you to have like shortness of breath, whatever. But the shortness of breath is not the problem. That's just the side effect. That's just a symptom of the actual issue. The disease is the government. Everything else are just symptoms of that disease. That's what it is. And you eat nothing. Lift the embargo, give them food. That's not gonna fix.
That's not gonna fix anything. But okay, let's
But
go
see,
back to the what I
Yeah,
was saying about the
yeah.
page. So
So
Black Lives Matter. It's a page on Instagram. It's actually an organization. If you guys did not know, they actually made this really professional post blaming the U.S. Literally blaming the U.S.
they have
a country that people in Cuba literally hold up U.S. and Cuban flags. Bro, I don't think you realize how much people from Cuba love the U.S. If you're born in that country, when you're born here, you're like, I want to achieve dreams and this and that. If you're born in Cuba, your life mission is to move to the U.S. Is to escape the country
that's crazy.
and move to the U.S.
Wow.
And over here, we got some I should probably finish that sentence because it doesn't sound good.
Yeah.
Over here, we got Black Lives Matter page on Instagram, basically contradicting what people are actually fighting for, which is to be freed from the government.
Right.
And they basically made a post on Instagram about lifting embargo. Cubans blame the U.S. and then saying all these facts about the embargo, which is true, but that's not what we're protesting. And the fact that they're getting so much backlash and they still haven't even taken out the post or anything. And then to take it even back, it looks like a lot of people did digging. In 2016, I believe that's when Fidel Castro passed away, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure about that.
They
To be honest.
tweeted saying "Rest in power" #Fidel Castro. Bro, a literal murder
I don't know.
that ruined so many people's lives, and they put "Rest in power."
You-
What's
do you
happening?
know the worst part about politics? It all depends on who you ask, right? For example, I'm not saying that Fidel Castro was a great guy.
Here's the thing, though.
but
Who
he's
should you
hated-
ask?
Huh?
Who should you ask? Someone that was born here and had it good all along, or should you ask someone that was in Cuba
I mean,
getting 4 eggs a month?
but think about it though. He got in power. He had supporters. He had enough people to get him to power. So he was
I
beloved by
believe-
enough people.
I
That's the
believe a
saddest
lot of,
part.
and that's the thing. A lot of people love Fidel.
And I'm not, for example, I'm not gonna compare Fidel to Hitler, but how do you think Hitler got to power? There are people that love Hitler to this day. There are
And
people
I
that love
believe
his
that when
agenda.
Fidel first came into power, he actually did a decent job. And
That's what they always do. They always do a great job. At the
and
beginning.
then what happens?
A wolf in sheep's clothing. That's the story. But here's what I want to say with the whole Black Lives
Man,
Matter.
we
thing, right?
should probably end this quick. Well, not quick, but let's kind of wrap it up a little bit.
I think the people are interested, to be honest. So we should just I guess we can end it after what I have to say. But can we stop? Can we please stop this comparison nonsense though? I hate it when you try to compare whose misfortune is worse. Every misfortune is misfortune. Stop comparing Black Lives Matter to what's going on over there, and
Agreed.
vice versa.
Agreed.
It is stupid. It is the dumbest. I see the dumbest post on my Snapchat or my Instagram. Oh, the dumbest one. The dumbest one I saw was like, oh, you guys are protest. It was a picture. It's like you guys are protesting, because one cop, the George Floyd thing, used one cop saved somebody's neck. And you guys are protesting against that while there's like 10 cops. I don't with 10 cops there, whatever the case may be.
Wait. Someone from like Cuba?
Yeah, no, Cuban. Like I'm like,
Don't do that, man.
I'm like, please.
Like
I
know
got
that.
me upset about that post. You want help? That's not how you go about getting help. You don't piss off everyone else by getting help. You
Definitely not.
You don't do that, right? And number one, I just want to throw that out there. Black Lives Matter. It's not civil rights. It's a part of civil rights, but not every black person agrees with Black Lives Matter. And we can talk about that in another podcast, okay? But there's the difference from what happened with George Floyd. It's a combination of like 100 years of slavery plus. It's not just George Floyd. It was everything that happened to black people as a whole. We're just so sick of it.
Yeah.
But stop comparing Stop comparing. It just stop. We want to help. One of my closest friends is Cuban. Why would I not want to help what's going on? But you saying that, oh, it's not the same thing is very dumb, and I hate it so much. Cause when it was happening, Daniel was a supporter. Nobody liked what happened with Black Lives Matter. Stop doing that. Just stop. Stop comparing. We're both in misfortune. Let's get together and help each other out. Stop. It's stupid. It's dumb. Okay, you saying that your hurt is more than mine. That makes me hate you more. That doesn't make me want to help you. Just stop. Just please stop. It's not helping anybody. Just stop. That's what I want to say.
I 100% agree with that. I feel like it came out
so
of
much.
desperation.
Yeah.
But that's not how you should do it.
That's not how you should do it.
Same as I know some people also kind of hate on public figures
True.
for not promoting it, which I understand, especially if you were in that country and you show love to that country and you're Hispanic and a huge amount of support that you receive is mainly from that country and you're not even mentioning it. How do you feel about that, actually?
Go ahead. About like public figures from
not mentioning something. Yeah, like let's say you're a Hispanic public figure. You made it to Cuba a good amount of times. You have a lot of Cuban support. And when the Cuban people need you to at least a little post.
Okay, just say something.
Just say something. Say SOS Cuba. Hashtag SOS Cuba.
Right.
Show a little bit of support. People, other presidents that aren't even gonna step their foot in, show support and their acknowledgement for what's happening.
You know,
at least like.
Do you know what this
how do you feel about that?
Did you ever watch the documentary The Last Dance with Michael Jordan?
I did.
Remember when they
Love
asked him
it.
criticism when the dude was running for mayor and they asked him with all the protests happening around the country, why did he do anything? You're such a big figure. And I'm going to answer it the same way, right? The way he did it. You have to understand these people are not politicians. They're not. And not everybody has the same standard as you do. You want something done, you do it yourself. This idea that and I get it, right? They're public figures. They're supposed to, like, you represent your country. This is terrible. Your initial thought is, let me help these people. But you should not put these people on pedestals. You know why? Because they're not politicians. He's a basketball player. I don't know which entertainer you're talking about, but he's a musician. His whole goal in life was to be a musician. He never went into politics. What is he like? What do you expect him to do? What is that expect him to do? And they asked the same thing of Dave Chappelle, and Dave Chappelle said, "The people have the voice. I am a comedian. What do you want me to do? Because I've been." And the only thing is just like we cannot. I get it. There have been great athletes, great musicians that have made a political statement. But that is the exception. That's not the rule because they're not politicians. So I'm not gonna hold it against you if you do not post something because at the end of the day,
You don't have to.
you don't have to. You're not obligated to. You don't have to. That's my
And it
opinion on
doesn't really tell anything about your character either.
it
Because I
doesn't.
mean,
For example, are you gonna judge me because I didn't go on my Instagram and put free Q? Like, of course, I'm something that happened. I'm not gonna judge you because you did put, oh, what happened to Haiti was terrible. Like, that's not. You're not a politician. I shouldn't hold that against your head.
yeah.
That's not fair.
And I definitely agree on that. When I'm seeing
that's
like
not fair.
all these people kind of calling, I'm not talking about anyone specific, by the
No,
way.
right, of course.
But I don't know. Like, I understand where those people are coming from, but I also understand that they don't have to, man. Like,
they're not. They don't have to.
from what you know, maybe behind the scenes they're actually setting up a foundation or donating or
Exactly.
you know, so you can't
Exactly.
really
Do you know-
judge something from what you're seeing when you don't really know the behind the scenes and
Can
come
I
to
say-
conclusions that quick. That's just my take on it.
Can I say something real
Yeah.
quickly? And by the way, I don't want to make it seem like it's a Black Lives Matter thing. I'm not. You mean doing the George Floyd protest, right? A lot of people came out, a lot of celebrities for not doing anything, and I'm so happy you said that because that just reminded me. And a lot of these rappers were saying, this is not the third. They were going on Instagram, athletes, rappers saying these quotes, but they were never in the field with these people protesting. And somebody. It was J. Cole and Kendrick Lamar. Somebody said, how come you guys are not talking about this? You're not doing anything. And literally, after everything was done, there were literally pictures of these guys marching, but they're in disguise because they didn't want to take away from the bigger picture because he's a celebrity marching.
Wow.
Like you said, there are literally, you don't know what these guys are doing. There's probably people right now making sitting things over their medication with the put that they have. Don't judge too quickly. Because not everything needs to be put on camera. Needs to be
I'm gonna
put
call
on.
some people out.
I'm serious. You don't need to do that. Just move in silent.
And vice
Move in
versa.
silent. Yeah.
A lot of people that quote unquote talk a lot
Right.
only go to protest for an Instagram picture then leave.
Bro, Danny, that grinds my. Oh my God, bro, that pisses me off so
Man,
much.
it's
Because you're not for the cause. You're just doing it for the
You're
likes.
just doing it for the clout
annoying.
and to make people think that you actually care.
Yeah, bro, that's so bad.
It's
bro.
bad. All right, Jack. I think that was a great. I think
That's
we
so
did
bad.
really good in that topic. That's the
Yeah.
first actual I wouldn't say actual serious, but that's the first time we get into. I don't think we got into politics that much. We're just talking about a current event in the world
kinda
that we
did.
support.
I think we kind of did. 'Cause
Okay,
that
we
shit
did.
talk
I
about-
don't know. We did a good job though. I'm proud of us. That was really good.
Mhm.
So one last message to all my people from Cuba or anybody watching this that cares. I'm with you 100%. I am praying every single day that we get through this and the best outcome occurs or happens. And stay strong. We're here bringing awareness, talking about it, making it seen by everybody, as many people as I can. I love you guys. As a Cuban myself, at first I didn't understand as much, but now I'm just understanding a lot more, and I'm very proud for every single Cuban in Cuba right now fighting for their lives and going through it. So I love you guys, and that's my last message for this topic. Yeah, that's all I wanted to say in the end.
For me, by the way, that was great. I think that you give them hope. I think hope is it's amazing because when you hold on to hope, it gives you strength, gives you power. But I want to be more. I want to come across as more realistic. For those of you who do not understand what this means, it's not gonna end now. I'm gonna be very honest. There's gonna be a lot of bloodshed. Remember, freedom is paved by blood, right? And I've said that again, but it is the absolute truth. But when you start seeing the horrors of what is going on, the deaths, use that as fuel, right? Because that's how the enemy wins, right? It's fear, right? It's fear. It's oppression. That's how they win. Do not let them cripple you, because there's going to be some horrific, with the internet, there's going to be some horrific pictures, dead bodies, children, women being beat. That's fear. But y'all had enough. It's not gonna get any easier from that. It's gonna get harder. But please stay strong. As a black man in America, I know. Stay strong. We understand, and please do stop comparing. Let us help you. Let us help you. Let the rest of the world help you, because I know I've said before there's no easy way out of this, but that doesn't mean it's impossible. Things will change because, like Danny has mentioned, greatly has mentioned before, this is the first time the world is literally seeing this.
Yeah.
And trust me, that can have some legitimate impact, because social media is powerful, guys. So stay strong. Do not let them scare you into submission, because that's how bullies are. Hitler was a bully. Castro was a bully. This administration's a bully. Bullies scare you, but in the inside, they're human as you are. They may look scary now, but keep pushing. You're gonna sock him in the mouth. That's what I have to say to you guys.
That's awesome, bro.
Yeah.
That's really great. I think we did a, like I said, pretty good job. And
sure.
it's not even about the job that we did. I'm happy that we talked about it. We weren't afraid to speak on it.
It was raw.
It
was raw. Straight emotions. It was raw.
Yo, I wanted to talk about Hitler real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you know that one story of when he almost drowned, or he could have died, but they let him live?
Yeah, the dude saved him.
Do you know that story?
I know that story.
Oh, can you say it real quick?
So story goes, he was an art student. He wanted to be an artist. And story goes, like, I'm not 100% sure, but apparently he was at night. I think he was coming back from like art school, whatever. If you guys want to fact check me, please go ahead. But he was apparently drowning. Somebody came and they actually saved him. Like, I think it was his professor or somebody in the school came and saved his life, right? And yeah, and that's pretty much the story. So,
and I think that happened. Wait, repeat exactly what you said at the very end.
I believe what happened is, like, I said, don't quote me this, but he was coming back from art school. It was at night. He fell into a lake. And then either one of these classmates or professor came there and saved him.
And then in World War I,
he was a soldier. I forgot about that.
He was a soldier.
He was a soldier, yes.
A British soldier serving near the French village of Marcoing reportedly encounters a wounded German soldier and declines to shoot him, sparing the life of Adolf Hitler. Man,
it's crazy, right?
It's a lot of evil people in this world.
One decision could have
saved so many lives. But then the whole timeline of history would just.
But can I tell you something that's super crazy though? That I'm a firm believer of. I believe that there are certain things that are. Cause I always believe that Hitler was the cause, but for people that know, when you dig deeper, Hitler was just the cherry on top. He just spoke into the heart of what a lot of Germans were feeling at the time. So if it was Hitler, it was going to be somebody else. Because you do not get to that type of power if the people were not behind you.
Of course, yeah.
So if it's not him, it would be somebody else. Eventually would have happened.
All these dictators are amazing at touching people's hearts and giving speeches. Whoa.
Can I tell you something that I learned? Did you guys know, I'm geeking out right now. In my class, I forgot the name, it was mass communication. Did you guys know, because so that way a Hitler never came to be, they invented what's called the mass communication. They came up with the class to teach across like the whole world mass communication. I forgot, damn it.
I got you.
I literally forgot the name, bro. But they came with the class so that way the rhetoric, so that way the people can.
Mass communication is the process of impairing and exchanging information through mass media,
right,
to large segments of the population.
Right. So they want to teach people not being manipulated by the rhetoric anymore, so that way Hitler can never happen again. Because at the time, people did not understand how manipulation worked through words, and that's how a lot of dictators came to be. It's incredible.
Dude, there's so many.
They're poets. They're really good at their job. They're honestly, a PR is a great. I said a PR. A dictator's great PR guy.
This goes
that's
great with
what it is.
I posted this on Instagram the other day. I don't know if you saw it, but it was the fact that I'm gonna butcher everything he said, but he was basically talking about the way you speak and how articulate you are. Basically makes you like a full-on. It's kind of like your sword,
no, bro,
and your shield. Like if you're articulate, if you know how to speak clearly, kind of manipulate people in a way, bro. The power of speaking in words and how you communicate with others in body language, it's so much bigger than the regular.
It's
and even I think I know.
bro, can I be honest with you? I can go a step further. It's the confidence, bro. Have you ever, bro? You were in school before. You can always tell who the confident guy is when you walk in the classroom. The way he carries himself, the way he talks, the way he speaks. He's not afraid of any. Like you know those people, and they are. And that's what dictators are. They're not scared. They walk.
That's
to
why
people.
sometimes
It's serious.
that's why, and I'm honestly realizing this year. That's why sometimes when you're working, when you're working, I'd say you're trying to become a YouTuber or whatnot, or I don't know.
Mhm.
When you're working on that, but you're forgetting about improving yourself, that work isn't gonna be as potentially great as it could be
Right.
if you worked on yourself, built up that confidence, that demeanor, that attitude, that just built your personality along with working hard. I feel like you would get a much greater outcome than if you forgot about yourself and just worked.
No, I agree.
Might
I agree.
differ on different
I agree.
occupations, but
I agree.
it is really important to really take care of yourself and just
I
figure out who you really are and just improve yourself. And
And-
that's something I'm honestly learning this year.
Yeah.
And we can get into that later or another topic.
Honestly, you know what I like
Podcast.
about this podcast already? I feel like we give them so much segment to a lot of different podcasts. We like things we can talk about.
Yeah, yeah.
I think they're looking forward to that a lot.
We have a lot to talk about,
Just
yeah.
to cap off, what you
Let's
said,
end
though.
on something happy because that
No,
was a lot
we
of.
will. We will. But I just want to add to what you said though. Practice makes perfect if the practice is done right. If your practice terrible, you're not gonna. You're gonna learn how to do a thing terrible. You have to do the practice right first. To
That's
make it,
very
to
true,
that's-
especially when
that's
you're focusing
exactly
on like fundamentals.
fundamentals, and you don't have the right fundamentals. You suck. You're
gonna
not
suck.
doing it. You're not going anywhere.
You're gonna suck booty, which,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's crazy.
it's not bad.
So
but-
we. So ending it like, did you want to end it? Cause we went. Wow, that's crazy. We've been going on for a while though. That's so
Really?
crazy. That's so funny.
Yo, this is
Yeah,
my favorite podcast.
I think this is my favorite podcast too.
With the topic that we did and how we addressed it, I think we did pretty decent, and I really like the topic. It felt good. It felt good talking about this.
Now here's a question though. Did you?
And you know what's funny?
What's up?
Like a lot of people are gonna think that we're having this conversation just because we're in front of the camera. We were having this conversation before we even started.
I think.
I had to stop us and be like,
Ju-
"Yo, we
like-
gotta."
Can I go further? We've had these conversations before we even thought about making a podcast.
Yeah, like this
That's
is why
why
we started a podcast.
That's why me and Danny,
Because
like,
we just
don't
sat
want
down
Danny
and
hit me
talked for
up.
like hours.
These are the type of conversations we would literally have, and I just and Danny just thought it would be cool for you guys to listen, and you guys like it, so
What
yeah.
did you want to end it off on?
No, I didn't. I guess we could slightly talk about the video, or no, just want to save that for another,
Oh,
because that's really big
Dude,
within
that's
itself.
another.
I know, bro.
That is insane.
Dude,
Okay,
that is insane.
I can kind of touch on it a little bit, and we can
But
finish
here's
it
the
off on
thing, though,
another
I
podcast.
feel like if we're gonna start talking about it, we're gonna want to finish because it's really
We've already
cool
been going
stuff.
for like.
I know, but that's why I don't even want to touch it because it's really.
It's not.
Bro, Danny sent me some really cool video. It's
Let's do
awesome.
something.
It's awesome.
Should we tell them to like look into it and then we can talk about it next?
Oh, that's smart. So that way they can have with some
Like an idea. Okay,
like an
so
idea, okay.
if you're an avid watcher of the podcast, the next podcast might be another boys only.
boys only.
Might. Not 100%
I think
sure.
I want it to be so we could talk about that video. I really want to talk about
Okay,
that
so
video.
we might make another boys only
Yeah.
and then have
might,
a guest.
Might, yeah.
But look into, is it wormholes?
Can I look it up?
Yeah, look it up real quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna look up.
Look-
the exact video.
Yeah.
of the
Okay.
title,
So yeah. Okay. Yeah. Watch this video that we're getting. We're just promoting free videos right now. We're in the description. We're gonna link a video. Watch it, and we're gonna talk
Oh,
about it
yeah,
on the
we
next
can just do
podcast.
that, link it in the video. Yeah.
Well, I want to know the name of
Oh,
it.
the name.
This guy's just.
Hold on. Let me see. It is called.
I spent a whole half a day learning
It is
about all this.
called. It is called. Come on.
Has to do
Wi-Fi.
something with the seven gates.
Yeah. It is called Ancient Stargates Using Wormhole Technology Across the Planet. Ancient Stargates Using Wormhole Technology Across the Planet.
Watch
Guys,
that video.
Let me tell you something.
You're gonna
man.
fall into a whole category of like, what is life? Why am I living?
You know when he gets
what haven't I
Danny,
seen?
I want to save this for a whole different thing because if you're a religious person, you believe in something, it gets even crazier when you start thinking about the.
Here's the thing.
ramifications.
I liked it because it didn't really touch much or like intervene with religion.
No, that's what I'm saying. But if you're religious, you can. I literally connect a lot of dots. Things I've
Really?
read. I'm so serious.
Well, I gotta tell Cristobal about that then.
I like based on what I've read the Bible. a lot of dots are connecting. I kid you not.
Okay.
I kid you not. And that's why I want to talk about it, guys. It's you, yo. This is I feel like it should be a podcast on its own because there's so many things. Because he touches into like Albert Einstein, the theory of relativity. I mean, it's insane.
Good.
It is.
All right,
He might get super nerdy though. So if you guys don't like school,
do you know the calculation to open up a wormhole? Do you know it's humanly possible?
and we should. You know, it'd be cool. We should do the example in real life, like actually have the piece of
This is a
paper.
podcast, dude. This is not a vlog. We can do it for a vlog.
Anyways, I'm
We can
saying
be
like,
like
do the paper example.
Going through a
Actually show
wormhole
them.
and buying a new 300 or 400Z.
That's
Going into the
kinda
future.
cool. But you know what I really hope. You know I really wanted. Hold on. Keep talking.
All right. I gotta
I'm about
talk
to-
because this
'cause I'm
guy's
about-
camera. Dude, I woke up. Here's how it all happened. I saw a TikTok. I never go on TikTok anymore, but I opened it up. I saw a TikTok of a guy talking about like the 7 gates or whatever. And I'm like, let me look into that. And I found the video. And then after the video, I was looking up equations to how. Dude, we got to talk about it on the next podcast.
Dude,
You know what's super crazy?
what's up?
There's a certain time, I think in the year or the day, where the Earth aligns perfect with the sun, and it creates I guess you could say a wormhole, like a perfectly perfect wormhole.
Yeah.
But we're gonna talk about that later.
What I was gonna say is, bro, it's the what I wish they talked more about because that's a whole thing within itself. Everything in that video literally could be a separate video within itself to go into. But the fact that wormholes could answer the idea of time travel, that because you're talking with time and space, that's low key crazy.
Man,
Dude,
you know what? I'm sad, bro. The fact that
That's weird. The fact that you had a hiccup, I know that's crazy
the
too.
fact that we might not live to see time travel.
You think it's actually gonna happen?
I think so, man.
I hope time travel does happen.
You hope it doesn't happen?
Mm-mm. I really hope.
What
does.
about going to different dimensions?
Go
Or
to-
let's say you're gonna jump into a little portal and be in Haiti in the next 2 seconds.
That's beautiful. That's instant travel. I like that.
That'd
But
be
time
amazing.
travel is too crazy because you know how people are. Someone's he's gonna get in the wrong hands. They're gonna destroy it. They're gonna change things. It's terrible. I think let time flow as it is.
We're gonna get some pile of communists
Dude,
time travel back and
think about if somebody got the wrong hands and gave Hitler that power, bro.
oh my
Dude,
god,
that is scary. I know there's a lot of good things that could happen, but people, if history has taught me anything, people are terrible, and I don't trust people. I don't trust even myself to have the ability to time travel. I can't. I do not trust it. I hope whoever finds the formula, I hope that they destroy it and it
bro.
dies.
Whoever,
with them.
what do you mean whoever? Let's us find the formula.
Oh, you're right, and I'll destroy it. I'll definitely destroy it. I'm so sorry. I would destroy it and hope he never gets found. Burn all the files, all of the backup hard drives, everything. So nobody ever gets it.
I'll be back. I'll be back.
He's like, hey Jack, where you at? Sorry, bro, I got.
I'm saving humanity.
Humanity. That's crazy. Oh,
That's funny.
Oh, Danny, before it ended off, speaking of save humanity, watch Tomorrow War.
What?
Tomorrow War on Prime. It's
that?
It's a movie about exactly what we just talked about, saving humanity through time travel.
Really?
It's
What is it
amazing.
called?
Tomorrow War.
Tomorrow War?
Yeah, tomorrow. It's on Prime. If you guys watch it, comment below. No spoilers though. Tell me how you feel about it. I actually enjoyed the movie a lot.
Man, that was a good podcast.
It was.
I feel like I've said
this
that
was
a
my
thousand
favorite
times. Yeah.
podcast so far. How you want to end it? You say you want to end it a good note?
This ended on a good note. I mean, I don't know. What's something good that has happened? Oh,
What is something good that's happened?
today I sold some parts for the 370.
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
The stock market might crash.
Well, this is really terrible. We're really
Oh,
drawing at straws
amazing.
here. We're really pulling at
Views are
straws.
going down. Stock market's about to crash. And my country's on fire.
That's so funny.
What do you want to end it off on?
Actually, what I want to end it off on, guys. It's times
Wait,
like
say something funny. Say a joke.
wow. Wow.
Say a joke. Wait, can I say a joke?
No, go ahead, bro. Say a joke.
I say this joke every single time and everybody knows it. Where does low-fat milk come from?
Low fat cows,
Skinny cows.
bro. You're so terrible. I actually want to end it on on more of a beat, not a funny, no, but more
Nah,
of
I'm
like
gonna be for real now though.
a beat. No,
I
Yeah.
I once farted in an elevator.
Oof.
It was wrong on so many levels.
Ooh, since we're on that topic, bro.
No, let's talk about your first ever hater.
Oh, bruh, what the hell, yo, y'all had, bro. So you want to talk about it? So I'm like, what was I doing? Yeah, I was no. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was walking my dog. Actually, I was walking CeeLo. You sent me a message, and it was like, "That's nasty." I'm like, "What's nasty?" I look it up. This guy sends me a screenshot of somebody. What did he say, bro? He was like,
Oh, you gotta take it all the way back. So Jack and I were doing a podcast. It was through video. It was the last North TM podcast. If you did not watch it, I told him to bring his AirPods. And when I opened up the AirPods, you know how the case is white? It was actually brown and black.
That's so.
Bro,
so,
I've never
such a lie.
seen.
It was brown.
Bro, it was
Earwax.
liquid.
How the?
Bro,
was it
I've
liquid?
never seen so much earwax in my life.
So guys,
Jack, like that's not normal. Bro, that was like liquid earwax all over the case.
I just literally haven't cleaned it. I literally haven't cleaned it.
Bro, but how is it not even on the headphone? It's like outside the headphone.
Cause obviously, like when you put it down, like it falls out because it's hot, so he falls out of the.
Okay, stop.
Like it's in a confined
Okay, it doesn't
space,
matter.
Danny.
I
But
put
anyways,
that in the vlog, by the
guy
way.
who had time should just go in. I just don't bro. You're good, fam. Like I found it was funny. It was funny. It was funny, by the way. Just to let you know, I laughed at it, but it was just like, okay, bro. Thanks for their opinion. I appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
Jack's
I'll
first
clean my
hater
podcast.
hated on his earwax.
Can I be honest though? It was warranted. It was fair. It was fair. I
deserve
need
it.
it. I deserve it. I deserve. I'm not gonna lie to you.
deserve
I deserve the hate.
That's a pretty funny note.
That's
We're
pretty
gonna end it
funny.
off right here.
But hey guys, stay strong. By the way, stay strong. Have faith. Have hope.
We got this.
You guys, this.